Happy New Year, everybody. I know I'm a little late on that, but I'm back to Bookstagram now, somewhat. Still trying to get my lighting situation figured out, as you can see. I probably should have filmed this during the day. There's Humphrey, my owl. He's kind of keeping the draft out of that window, don't ask. But today, I'm here for two reasons. One, I'm going to review a book, of course, because, that's what I do. And two, there's a little bit of a situation on YouTube that we all need to talk about. And everybody seems to be giving their opinion. And I want to give my opinion on it because, honestly, I'm pretty upset about it. And I think you might know what that is. But without further ado, I am going to be reviewing Caraval by Stephanie Garber. Caraval is a book that is basically about this magical, what's the best way to put it, carnival type deal that happens every year that's kind of like a game. And these two sisters escape their abusive father to go and play the game. And they tell you right from the beginning, don't believe anything you hear, see, witness, whatever. Don't get too swept away in the game. And it's just magical and whimsical, and all these crazy things happen, and you don't know who you can trust and who you can't. And her sister gets kidnapped, and the goal of the game is to find her sister. Whoever finds her sister wins one wish from Master Legend, the person who is in charge of all of Caraval. The thing is, you don't really know who Legend is, what he looks like. You have no clue whatsoever. I'm sorry for the really bad quality. I'll try and get my camera set up for the next video. But you hear a lot about him throughout the book, and you suspect that certain characters are him, and then some people that you suspect die, and a lot of crazy stuff happens, or there's all kinds of crazy stuff that goes on, and it's like terrifying and whimsical and exciting and mind-blowing. It's one of the best books I have ever read, and I'm so glad it was my first book of 2018 because it is such a good book. I can't wait for Legendary, the next book, because this book leaves you on such a cliffhanger. You are just going, no, you can't end the book like that. What are you doing? Are you crazy? And I really want to read the next book. Someone get me an arc of Legendary ASAP. I have got to know what happens in this book. It's so good. I read The Night Circus too. I don't think I did a video on it. But this is very reminiscent of The Night Circus to me in some ways. Some ways it isn't. It's a lot better in my opinion. Caraval is one of the best books I've ever read in my entire life. And I love it. And Stephanie Garber has become one of my most favorite writers. Her writing is just so magical, and it sucks you into that world, and you can see everything when you close your eyes and imagine the world. It's so beautiful. I love this series. And what's funny is, if you can see the details, they're red up here. I had a Monster energy drink that had the exact same kind of details. And I pointed out on my Instagram that my Monster energy drink matched the book I was reading. But it's very good. One of the things that they talk about in the book is a girl died years before, and she leaped off of a balcony and killed herself. And the book talks a little bit about suicide and death and loss. And I know that's a sensitive subject. I mean, for me, it's a sensitive subject. I had a friend that took his own life, and I had issues with suicidal thoughts and depression myself for years. But I'm usually able to handle stories that discuss those topics, and this one did not do it in a negative way at all. But that leads me into my next topic. I will go ahead and tell you real quick, this is a 5-star read. This is 100% a 5-star read. You need to read this book. Now, that aside, the subject that I have been waiting to talk to you all about is Logan Paul. And you all know what I'm talking about by now. Logan Paul is this really goofy YouTube star who kind of just made it big out of nowhere. And like, his brother Jake is famous, I know that. But he started his YouTube channel and it took off like instantly. And he does all kinds of stuff, prank videos, IRL videos, exploring videos. Well, he was in Japan, And one of the things that he wanted to do was go visit the suicide forest at the base of Mount Fuji. Now, if you've heard of this before, that's been on many ghost hunting shows, exploring shows, documentaries. There's even a movie about it called The Forest with that one chick from Game of Thrones. What's her name? I can't remember. Anyway, but this forest is called Suicide Forest. The reason it is called Suicide Forest is because it has a reputation for people going into this forest for the specific purpose of committing suicide. It is considered one of the most haunted places in the world for those of you that believe in ghosts. And it is a very scary, intimidating, and mysterious place, and for some reason it draws people's fascination and they want to go explore it. Now, there have been previous YouTubers who have gone in there, like Exploring with Josh, who have respected the history and the mysteriousness and the very sensitive subject matter of the forest. And even when Josh and his crew found a body, they made sure they notified the authorities. They didn't put it on camera. He talked about how suicide was a legitimate and dangerous issue. But then we have the other extreme, Logan Paul. Logan Paul, going through Suicide Forest, literally just past the parking lot, barely into the woods, they find a man hanging from a tree. And if you look at hard enough, you can find the actual video, but I wouldn't recommend it because it's sickening. But Logan Paul not only goes up and films the man like, hey dude, are you okay? He realizes that it's real, that this guy's really dead. He acts serious for a moment, but he zooms in on the dude's like hands and stuff, and it's so disgusting. And then he's standing there talking to his friend, and his friend's like, this is eerie or something like that, or this is messed up. He goes, what, you never stood beside a dead guy before? And he laughs about it. He is literally able to stand there and laugh about the situation. Now, I understand that sometimes people react in certain ways because they are honestly terrified. I would probably be pretty scared in that situation. The inappropriate thing to do is to laugh about it on camera and then post the entire situation for the world to see. What in your mind made you think that was a good idea? And he said something along the lines of, he wasn't thinking at the time. Dude, editing videos takes hours. Hours. Not to mention, your thumbnail has the dude's body hanging in the thumbnail. So, you obviously thought about it quite a bit, and you thought it was hilarious, and you thought you would make a joke about it. People that can make jokes about suicide are sickening. They are disgusting, and they do not belong on the internet. They do not belong in the entertainment industry at all. Honestly, I believe Logan Paul's channel should be shut down. I believe he should be banned from YouTube. It is disgusting, and it was insensitive, and he should be made to publicly apologize not only to the family, but to the Japanese government, and to everybody who's ever been faced with suicide in their lives. For me, it really hurt my feelings, because it made me think about my friend, and it really broke my heart to see that someone who kids look up to could go out there and make a joke about something so horrible as a man who was struggling so much that he had to take his own life. That's sickening. Why would you guys support a person like that? That is a horrible human being. I will never watch his videos again. I will never be a fan of his. What he did was disgusting. And I hope that he gets what's coming to him, honestly. I hope he gets shut down. I hope that he gets punished in some way. But that's my feelings on it. Just wanted to go ahead and put that out there. I do want to say thank you to people like Exploring with Josh, who are respectful of situations like that, and they don't make a mockery of it. There's a lot of people out there who do make a mockery of it, who are kind of ruining the whole urban exploring and myth busting thing, and Logan Paul is one of them, and he literally went in there acting like a little teenager and made a teenager type joke and literally just made a jerk of himself. So I hope he gets what's coming to him. I love you guys. God bless you. I'll go ahead and put the suicide hotline number down in the description below. Please know you are never alone. Suicide is a real issue, especially in young people today. And I know there's a lot of young people that watch these YA book reviews, and I want you to know that you're never alone. I've struggled with suicidal thoughts and depression my entire life. You can do it. Don't stop fighting. You can call the suicide hotline number. You can message me. I got Messenger opened up on YouTube, so you can message me if you need somebody to talk to. There's all kinds of people to talk to. Go to parents, go to counselors, go to school officials. Don't just give up. Please don't give up, because the world needs somebody like you. God bless you.